Welcome everybody to another coffee break. My name is Ryan House. I'm a third-year PhD student in the Media, Cinema, and Digital Studies track, the English department at University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. God, that's a mouthful. Today we're playing When Rivers Were Trails. I've got a little bit pulled up on the itch.io page. Just gonna sort of give a little background on it. It was the winner of the Adaptation Award at IndieCade 2019. It's a point-and-click adventure game about the impact of colonialization on indigenous communities in the 1890s. It's a bit of Oregon Trail meets Where the Water Tastes Like Wine and Anishinabeg. I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of indigenous words, but I'm gonna do my best, so just bear with me. And Anishinabeg in the 1890s is displaced from their traditional territory in Minnesota and heads west to California due to the impact of allotment acts on indigenous communities, facing Indian agents, meeting people with different nations, and hunting, fishing, and canoeing along the way as they balance their well-being. It was developed in collaboration with the Indian Land Tenure Foundation and Michigan State University's Games for Entertainment and Learning Lab. Thanks to support from the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians and contributions from over 30 indigenous writers, artists, and musicians. So yeah, I've used this in my classes, in my first year writing classes, as a way to illustrate the ways that games can be used for research purposes, because this game is, yeah, I mean, you know, it's based on research, and it presents that research in a fun, engaging way. Maybe fun's a stupid word to use, but an engaging way anyway. All right. My Twitch app crashed. Okay. Name my save. I mean, I want to call it Coffee Break, but I hope that's not what my name is in the game. Surely not. Save files cannot contain white space. Is that clever? I hope it. Yeah, it's clever anyway, right? This isn't a game for white space. Okay. Play game, stories, audio settings, credits. So it looks like I might unlock these. That's cool. What clan am I? Oh man, already with words I'm gonna butcher. Ijajek? Crane, spiritual leaders with communication skills. Name? Sturgeon, mediators with negotiation skills. Makwa, bear, warriors with medicinal skills. Or Bizai? Lynx, protectors with fighting skills. I think I'm gonna be the Name Sturgeon clan. This is you. Move north, south, east, or west by clicking this or your destination. Click to continue. Oh, okay. Yeah. Your survival depends on your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. If you have no well-being, you join your ancestors. Wow, okay. Cool. Gather, hunt, fish, and trade for foods and medicines. You will eat food often to satisfy your hunger and use medicines to be well. Okay. Use the pause button to take a break. Return to the main game. Yeah, okay. I got that much. And put this knowledge into practice. Safe travels on your journey. All right. Okay. 1890. As allotment and assimilation reach Minnesota through the Nelson Act of 1889, Native people are forced from their lands to one reservation, White Earth. Oof. Red Lake strategizes a resistance to prevent the same fate for their nation. Okay. So this is me in Fond du Lac? It looks like I can only move north. Even though west is where I need to go. So, yeah, Fond du Lac is... is that the same Fond du Lac in Wisconsin? I don't know. You collected the Sawyer story, which you can click tap to read. Scroll down to read interactions and stories as needed. You can always keep track of your belongings from the upper right corner by clicking and tapping the icon. Be mindful of staying balanced while living honorably. Despite your resistance to being relocated from Fond du Lac to White Earth Reservation, your land has been chosen for allotment to be taken and given to settlers. You are in a hurry to leave before settlers arrive, surely armed. Look inside, look outside. Look inside the hut? There's a sacred... there is sacred asthma, tobacco, hanging in your shack. I'm gonna take it. You use red cloth to wrap up all the asema, probably. Tobacco you dried last season to take with you. There is a barrel outside your shack full of supplies. Open barrel. Your stores from the winter include dried meat, berries, and medicinal plants. I'm gonna take the medicine. Oh. You can now heal from sickness during your journey. I'll gather the food. You can now be nourished during your journey. Okay. The settlers are coming. Run. You make your way off your land safely. And oh, I didn't get to read that whole thing. Okay, so now I head west. Okay, I see. There's a little trail there. Hunter. Bozu. Chibakande Ina. I don't know. I don't know if it's better to read that even incorrectly or to skip it, but I'm gonna try to read it. I mean no disrespect if I butcher the language. Bozu, you look ready for hunting. Of course, we leave at first light. It's important for us to continue to honor traditional ways. May I join you in hunting? On one condition, many people have been displaced on these lands, and all we've been given are tools for farming. You can hunt with us as long as you stand with the resistance and honor traditional ways. Alright, yeah. I'm down for that. Oh, okay. Oh, this really is like a Oregon Trail. You have 3 arrows. Make them count before the animals run away. Left mouse button where you want the to target. The further the animal, the longer the shot. Take distance into account, and quickly target the animals before the animals disperse. Click the left mouse button on the tobacco to make an offering. Offering tobacco makes your next arrow fortunate, which will yield more meat from a successful hunt. Interesting. All right. Yeah, alright. Oh, I hit him, though. Damn, I'm glad I didn't waste any tobacco. Well, that sucked. I'm bad at hunting. I was always bad at hunting in Oregon Trail, too. You notice a discarded newspaper as you walk along. You see an article with a map of the land and what is available for allotment. The General Allotment Act has given power to federal agents to divide reservation lands and disperse them to each adult, allowing them to sell and profit from what they consider to be surplus. You walk onward, thinking about how unsafe it would be to return home. Okay, trader. Welcome to the timber market. Hey, how may I help you? You recognize that a market is a good place to prepare for your journey. You know, having plenty of food is vital for combating hunger and contributing to your well-being. Ask for advice, I suppose. The dangers of going out in the woods are great. Besides the Indian agents, there are animals and places that are flooded. I don't know if I'm ready to trade yet. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, yeah, for sure. Why not? I can trade a SEMA. I need to be able to make it far. You'll surely need meat during your travels. Yeah. I'm apparently terrible at hunting, so... safe travels, Nija. Niji? Niji? You continue on your way. You know, like, I was just, you know, comparing it. They compare it, obviously, to Oregon Trail, and it's clear that there's some pretty, I don't know, pretty strong influences there, but it's shit, I am sort of running out of food already. It's really interesting just the way it's framed narratively. Whereas in Oregon Trail, I mean, I guess in Oregon Trail you come across, I was gonna say you come across as sort of poor and like looking for a better life, but you know, you do have a wagon and things, so you're not destitute. But you know, being forced out is obviously a very different sort of tone to set. Onita Traveler? I suppose you didn't expect to see an Onita out this way. I'm headed west from the reservation in Green Bay. We've been told our allotted lands have been moved once again. Yeah, okay. Well, Green Bay is definitely in Wisconsin then, right? We've been told that our allotted lands have been moved once again. Talk about relocation. I understand. Anishabeg. Anishabe people, sorry. Here in Sawyer and Fond du Lac are being relocated to White Earth. Now I'm having just trouble with every word. Thankfully that is close. We are originally from New York, but they promised us land in Green Bay. Now that we are flourishing, we have to again make way for settlers. Ask about travel. How far are you traveling? We are headed to California. We have heard through the church that there are opportunities for employment, and that there is a good school for children. The church, huh? Consider joining us in San Francisco if you make it that far. Safe travels. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, you continue on your way. From the bank you see dark shapes drifting and darting here and there beneath the surface of the waters. You remember how hungry you are. Shit. Minding the emptiness of your stomach, you consider that this might be a great fishing spot. Yeah, okay. After closer inspection, you can see that the shapes are that of lake trout. They're good eating and plentiful in these parts. You notice that some of the smaller... I like that, that consideration of the sustainability. You notice that some of the smaller trout are coming up into a shallow pool near some shaded rocks to eat water bugs. If you unravel your net and position yourself just right, you can easily fish from the shade covering your shadow. Okay. Oof, you only get one try. Fishing is about being patient and looking for your best catch. Left mouse button to throw the spear. Oh, that's a big one. That's a little tiny one. I have to admit, I'm not much of a fisherman, but you know, like disguising your shadow is something that I would have never thought about. How long do I have? It says patience. I assume one is... Oh, that was my shot right there. He was so slow. Ugh! I was too patient. Alright, so we come to a fork in the road. Do we go east? I'm sorry, do we go west? We can't go east. That's blocked. Can we go west, or do we go south? I wonder if each of these marks is indicative of how much food I'm gonna like use to get there, you know? I need some food. My stores are half done. I suppose I'm gonna go west. I'm trying to look at the map and like think why I would go south. If I go south, I would have to go like further south to go around that lake. So I'm gonna go west. You feel a drizzle of rain. All right, yeah, I'll cook. I need some food. You find cover and enjoy a meal while the storm passes. Oh wait, that's my food, not my hunger. Ugh, well, whatever. All right, south. An elder is cautiously looking beyond her wigwam to see who is approaching. You were raised understanding that it is important to always be respectful to elders. Huh. Well, fuck. I don't know if it's more respectful to greet them or to listen. I feel like it'd be kind of rude to just walk up and like not say anything. Bozo, Nakomis, I am on my way to White Earth, whether I want to or not, it seems. You offer the elder a sema in exchange for a place to rest. Listen, she tells you a story about how the Jingle Dress came to the Anishinabeg. Jingle Dress. Jingle Dress, written by Joe Tallchief. In 1890, the jingle dresses were ceremonial regalia made of calico fabric and bugle-shaped jingles, usually made from the tops of tobacco cans. Interesting. Indian agents monitored ceremonies, so people had to find ways to hide ceremonial regalia. Fuck. You head on your way, feeling grateful. I didn't know I should have clicked on that story earlier about the whatever that story was that I got earlier. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going south. I guess I would have ended up south anyway, right? You see a long path before you. You start walking towards another place. Onward. By 1890, sovereign native nations in Minnesota have entered legal agreements with the United States. These treaties cede land in hopes of protecting traditional ways of life, but this leads to more land loss as railroads open up access to settlers. Wow. This is especially the case around Minneapolis, which is south of the Millax reservations. I'm on a new map. Okay. An Anishinabekwi is headed in the direction of Leech Lake to the north. Anishinabekwi. Talk about White Earth. Anin. Nijikwe. I was recently forced off my land in Sawyer, and I've heard Anishinabeg are traveling through Leech Lake on their way to White Earth. How is it there? Bemishka. That's probably not the right like emphasis on the right syllable. But Boozhu. Life is great and not so good. There have been changes around here. We've been driven off of much of our hunting lands and been ordered to stay in the village. I still go where I please. Ask about Indian agents. You ask how she travels with Indian agents around. There are no official laws where we live, but they will take your belongings and do worse. Continue? I continue on my way. Well, okay, so we could go to Millax. Millax? Or we could keep going south. I want to see what's here. You arrive at the Millax Reservation in order... sorry, let me start over. You arrive at the Millax Reservation to visit the elder Wakash, who is tended to by his wife, Nishkadizi. Both are welcoming, but Nishkadizi has her eyes on the ground. I'm gonna talk to Wakash. Oh, I think, right? It's probably better. Yeah? Yeah, here we go. Boozhu, I see that you are from Sawyer. We are faring well, all considered, but I have heard the same is not the case for your community. It's true. I hope to return there again, but not while there are lands of other nations at risk. But that could still be protected. I hope to return there again, but not while there are lands of other nations at risk, but that could still be protected. Okay. I offer a sema to the elder. I have come to ask why we use the pipe. The smoke from the pipe takes our prayers to Gishi Manadu. Whenever you see Migizi, the bald eagle, put down some masema. Of all the birds, Migizi flies the highest and makes sure our prayers get to the Gishi Manadu. Considering his words, you continue on your way. Further east. You seek out refuge at a long-standing Ashinabeg fishing village near Millax Lake. Your cousin Bimibisa, who is Wolf Clan, welcomes you. Bimibisa. Cousins, written by Joe Tallchief and Lai Boyd. Before Anishinabeg came to Misazaga Inagan, the Dakota people lived there and considered it a very sacred place. They called it Midwalkin. Anishinabeg and the Dakota fought over the land, but eventually came to council. Most of the Dakota moved south and west, but those who left Millax taught Anishinabeg the songs and ceremonies needed to properly honor Midwalkin before they left. Some of the Dakota even stayed behind and became Anishinabeg. Those that stayed were named Ma-Inagon, or Wolf Clan, and continued to share their knowledge with Anishinabeg. The Millax band proved to be the nexus between Dakota and the Anishinabeg culture. The band's... I hope I didn't lose some of that last stuff by not scrolling down. The band's ceremonial drums have Dakota origins, and its songs are even Dakota tunes with Anishinaabe words. Anishinaabe words. Yeah, okay. You seek out refuge at a long-standing Anishinabeg fishing village near Millax Lake. Your cousin I just said this earlier and I can't get it now. Bamibisa, who is Wolf Clan, welcomes you. I said that already. Anin Nija, Good to see you here. What brings you down this way? Allotment has reached Fond du Lac. The land I tended to has been taken. The land I tended to. Interesting. I'm sorry that you have been displaced. You can stay at least long enough to fish or hunt. We have everything you need here. I wanna do both of these things. I hope I can. I'm gonna ask about him first. You will be staying here with the Midwalkin land? No. I'll be moving on to join my brother Ayabe in South Dakota. Ayabe. You would be welcome to join us there. Okay, so it seems like asking about him raised my well-being, if I read that correctly, if I read that feedback correctly. I'm gonna try to fish again, because honestly it seems a little bit easier than hunting, even though I biffed it last time. Oof, I'm gonna get you, sucker. I did it. I did it. Alright. Well, yeah. That feels good. I got some food. Thank God. Hey, look at my well-being. I'm doing pretty well. If you don't take my dwindling medicines and food stores into consideration. Your throat feels scratchy and your ears ache. Yeah, I do feel that way. I'm gonna rest. Sitting, you notice some nearby leafy greens. You collect them and chew to ease the discomfort. Your throat feels a bit better, so you decide to continue. I wonder what those leaves were, like spearmint or something? A trader is trying to get your attention when he spots you and calls out, offering to trade food for medicine. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. You aren't fond of trading with them, but you could use the medicines. It's true. I don't know how to get medicines, but except maybe through trading, but I can certainly get food. You see a youth who you recognize from trading gatherings between your community and Leech Lake, but there is something different about him. His hair is cut short, a sign that he has lost a family member close to him. He remembers you and is eager to talk with you. Listen, do you know the story of Ma Inagon? I feel like I do, but I'm going to listen to it again. Ma Inagon. Maingon. I don't know. Maingon was the first animal, a wolf, and he walked alongside as Gichi Manadu made our world for us. The water, the trees, the wild rice, and all of the animals. Gichi Manadu made people last, but loved people so much that Maingon was asked to help. Finally, Maingon came to Anishinabeg and said, I have a gift for you, but you must promise me something in return. Anishinabeg said, yeah. Maingon said, you must take care of all of the animals of this planet, for they are your relations. You must take good care of them if they are your relatives, because they are. As if they were your relatives, because they are. Anishinabeg agreed. They would take good care of all of the animals, and so Maingon opened his mouth and a dog came out, his gift to Anishinabeg. I find it interesting that sort of the collective of like of the nation is used in place of, you know, so a protagonist of the story. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like an interesting way to sort of shift I don't know, a shift in thinking about, we're all the protagonists of our own stories, but if all of our stories are about sort of all of us as a nation, yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. I don't know if I have the words to talk about it, though. My grandfather taught me this. My grandfather taught me that story. He is no longer with us. Ask about travel. Where are you headed? I visited the city to see the bicycles my cousins were talking about, but I'm headed back to Leech Lake. And you? I am intended to go to White Earth, but since my traditional territory has been taken and divided, I have no true home. You nod and continue on your travels. I mean, I want to give things to everybody, but I got a long way to go. Miles to go before I sleep. Alright, I'm gonna go north in the hope that I can fish there. Someone has left a basket of fish near the pond's edge. Oof. Can I look around to make sure no one's here? You reach into the basket and grab a few fish for yourself. In the distance, you hear a young man yelling at who knows what about the importance of bringing the fish home. You skulk off feeling guilty, but not guilty enough to return the fish. Well, now I feel bad. I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking that maybe someone just abandoned some fish. What? I mean, like, I don't know. As you settle down for the evening, you notice a disturbance nearby. Looking into the shadows, you spot a very plump raccoon looking at you. You watch the raccoon for a bit. It shambles around in the high branches, checking you out from time to time. Eventually, the raccoon wanders off as you sleep or something. I got a little bit more well-being. I'm doing pretty well in the well-being. I wish I were doing a little bit more in the foods, but yeah, biffing the first hunting and fishing excursion I had was costly. An Indian agent catches you making use of traditional medicines. Ugh. Run. You make a run for it. You escape with your medicines, but the Indian agent writes up a description of you and distributes it to the Office of Indian Affairs. Fucking ACAB, man. Okay. I'm really fascinated by this idea of Indian agents. I am embarrassingly ignorant about most everything I'm reading about in this game. If the game teaches me nothing, it's that I don't know anything about this. I'm also, like, just, you know, like, what little I've seen with the talk of the cousins and, the way that the two tribes sort of blended for a little while, and, like, some of the music was a Dakota, but the lyrics were, Anishinabeg. It's, I mean, you know, I feel really foolish saying this, but I'm amazed at how much rich history there is, which is just it's so white of me to say, because, you know, it's not taught in our schools. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to learn more. I wish there were indigenous studies curriculum in high school. Well, and just in school in general. Okay. I'm sure there are some great scholars' work that I need to check out. Probably a lot of the people involved in this. I've done a lot of work, but yeah, I definitely need to do more. While traveling near Wahpeton, you cross paths with an Anishinabeg family you are not familiar with. They are friendly nonetheless, recognizing that kindness is vital in such trying times. Bozu, Niji, you are Anishinabeg? Iya? Why don't you rest and eat with us? Intertribal. again by Joe Tallchief. Ayabe and his wife live in the woods near Wapitan. They have one young son. They are an intertribal family who often travels from the wife's relatives in southern Minnesota to her grandmother's family on the Lake Traverse Reservation. In 1890, communities ranging from Wapitan to Lake Traverse were suffering from hunger because crops were failing shortly after reservation lands were allotted in 1889. Alright, I'm going to gift some food. Miigwesh. Miigwesh? I have blueberries to share with you. Miigwesh, I have something for you too. Remember to... so yeah, again, like listening raises your well-being. Remember to wash your hair while you rest here and comb through it well. Take care of your hair and only cut it under certain conditions, such as death of a family member. Otherwise, never cut your hair. Let it grow as it will. Geechee Manitou created 3 different kinds of people. The first are very hairy, but they're shy and rarely seen. The next people were hairy like bears. And then Geechee Manitou created Anishinabeg. We have long hair growing out of our head. We only have long hair growing out of our heads. Our hair connects us to the earth and the universe. When it is cut, we will lose our power until it grows again. Interesting. You think Ayabe and then head out. Those closing scenes are just a little bit too quick. A native elder is resting at a fire near the water. She is coughing intensely. Okay. When you come closer, she warns you that she has left her community because she does not want to spread a sickness. Oh fuck, I'm gonna help. You honor your teachings by gifting the elder with medicines to ease her suffering. I need some food. You find a train heading north. You get on the train. The conductor informs you that you are only allowed on the flatbeds or the roof. Well, I'm going to ride the roof. You have a great, albeit risky, view from the roof. Okay. Oh, hey, look. I've almost made it to White Earth, I mean. Why? When it doesn't matter. You come across a small home and are welcomed inside almost immediately by your auntie. She has hot water for tea and many leaves to choose from, including wintergreen, raspberry, spruce, and snowberry, all of which have unique medicinal uses. You get as comfortable as you've felt in a long while and listen to your auntie tell you all about Anishinabeg migration and the arrival of settlers. We are living in a harsh fire. But don't you worry, because, as the stories say, we will survive and come to thrive. White Earth, written by Elizabeth Lapinisi. The relocation of many Anishinabeg in Minnesota to White Earth Reservation was brought on by the 1889 Nielsen Act to separate communal sovereign native lands into individual households and then sell the surplus. Indian agent Simon T. Michelet was later accused of fraudulent partiality when assigning allotments, but little was done to rectify the damage of checkerboarding lands. You thank the auntie for her hospitality and then leave, I think. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go all the way to California, aren't I? Yeah, shit, I've just barely started then. While in White Earth, you are approached by an unfamiliar young woman and a child. The woman stops you. Wabigwan, I bought these vegetables for my garden in Red Lake. I heard what's happening over there with your land. The sisters gift you with the vegetables. Chi Miigwech. Great, thanks. Miigwech. Chi Miigwech. I don't know. I know your people are hurting due to the government wanting more of your lands. Please visit us at our home in Red Lake if you want to work together to save our land. Ask about family. Miigwech. Where's the rest of your family? I've taken care of my sisters while our parents are back in Red Lake protecting our land. We are preparing for the government to come to our land and force us into allotment. We do not wish to give up our land. Relocation. A relocation written by Nokomis Piez? Minnesota Anishinabeg were told only the Red Lake and White Earth reservations would be retained, while the rest would be put up for public sale and the Anishinabeg would be relocated to a White Earth reservation. Although Red Lake Band held the land around the lake, many more Anishinabeg and Dakota were displaced to Millax and White Earth reservations. You consider helping their cause, knowing that you must first prepare yourself. I didn't have time to work that out. You approach a home near a garden where squash, corn, and beans are growing heartily. Wabigwan meets you. Busu Niji. It's good to see you. We were talking about what is happening in White Earth and worry the same fate will come to us here in Red Lake. Please come in. Broken Treaty. Again by Nokomis Piez. The United States broke treaty promises on July 8th, 1889. Before then, the Red Lake Reservation encompassed 3,260,000 acres, but the Red Lake Band was forced to cede 2,905,000 acres as surplus after the allotment of households registered on the Dawes rolls took place. That's fucked up. I mean, all of it's fucked up, but like... The reservation was left with little more than 300,000 acres of land in Lower Red Lake and most of Upper Red Lake. Wow. You accepted the offer and joined the young woman. Her home is small but welcoming. Miigwech. It has been a long journey. My people are hurting and hungry. Okay, let's trade. You're hurting and you're hungry. I don't know if I have any food. You trade food for medicines. I am Gigawa. I'm gonna have to like set and spell that or sound that word out. Fuck. I need to fucking hunt. I can only hunt when it lets me. A young Anishinaabe man approaches you swiftly, looking determined. Our people are organizing to resist allotment. Our land must be held in common. We need you to help us. Talk about resistance. Even though resisting will put your well-being at risk, you are dedicated to the cause. I am willing to stay and help you with your efforts to fight against allotment. Miigwech, Nije. The situation here is becoming increasingly dangerous. Our people are organizing to make sure the government knows we will fight to keep our lands. We need all the help we can get. The Red Lake Band successfully resisted government attempts to allot land to individual households under the Dawes Act of 1889. The act was intended to aid assimilation by dividing tribal lands into small plots of land for farming and private ownership. By resisting, Lake Reservation remained under tribal control and was not checkerboarded into individual plots. Fuck yeah. Oh shit, I lost 2. You stand side by side with the Anishinabeg from all across Red Lake. The days and nights of negotiation over allotments are long, but your presence contributes to putting pressure on the government to agree with the Anishinabeg. The Red Lake community maintains sovereignty. For your next update, developers of this game, increase the time of that last screen by about 10 seconds. Maybe even 15. You overhear a conversation nearby, or make me click out of it. That would work too. You overhear a conversation nearby. Makwa. It's not that I don't like you being a two-spirit. Ooh. Nishime. It's just the white people don't like two-spirits, and I don't want you to get hurt because of that. I do know about two-spirits. I'm gonna just keep listening, yeah? I love her, and you're wrong about white people not liking two-spirits. You're too young to even know what love is. Two-Spirit, written by Nokomis Piaz. Although Mebenegwa is young, they are firm in understanding their own self. Mebenegwa is two-spirit, meaning they understand gender to be a spectrum and they balance both masculine and feminine aspects. You're too young to even know what love is. I said that already. Ask about argument. What's happening here? My sister is placing herself and our family in danger because she has fallen for the representative's daughter. She has no idea what this... He doesn't want me to be happy. I'm going to encourage. Follow your heart, but be prepared to experience difficulties, just as you've seen your family and your people suffer to protect their lands. The brother considers your thoughts. In my heart, I know you are right. Thank you for your guidance. He offers you sweetgrass, which is cleansing when burned. You nod and continue on your way. That was tough, right? Because the brother's not wrong, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta be true to yourself. Okay. Ugh, I'm starving. I have no food. The resistance at Red Lake has done well thanks to community members banding together to take plots of land side by side, as well as holding off attempts to settle their territory. The sisters are joined by their family. You approach Wabigwan. Listen. Our family is ready to celebrate, but our struggles are far from over. Ceded land. Due to unrest among the Red Lake Band, the United States set aside forest lands to return to the reservation. However, the promise turned out to be a ruse to diminish resistance, and by 1904, U.S. officials instead forced the Red Lake Band to cede even more land. Wow. Our family is ready to celebrate, but our struggles are far from over. You offer sweetgrass in exchange for vegetables. And you continue on your way. Alright, we go north. You meet a young native who needs help. They are starting to get sick but have run out of medicine. They are willing to trade food for it. Yeah, I think that's a win-win. Wait, yeah. You trade some of your medicines for their food. Cool. You are walking along a high trail near a river. It is raining heavily. Over the sound of the rain, you make out a strange mewling that sounds like a little. It sounds a little like a baby. You look around for the source of the sound. You see a large fox and some small foxes looking over the edge of the cliff and yipping at whatever is crying. I'm going to approach. You go to the cliff to investigate what the foxes are so interested in. You see a kit fox that is stuck a few feet down on the cliff face. You think you could reach it if you tried, but it'd be dangerous. Well, I'm gonna fucking help. Anchoring yourself with a tree root, you reach the kit and pull it up by the scruff of its neck. You put it down and all the foxes run off into the forest. Suddenly the root gives out on you and you end up in the river. Shit. It's okay. I helped a little baby fox, man. I'm gonna go south, I think. Yeah. The storm has made landfall, bringing with it heavy rain. The stream you need to cross has gotten high. Oof, I'll wait. You wait until the storm passes and the stream returns to calm. Heavy clouds gather in the sky. Gonna continue. You continue on through the storm. Whoa, 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 whoa. It didn't say it stormed. It said the heavy clouds gathered. I was thinking maybe... Oh, okay. Which wears you down. I suppose I should have known that that was coming. An Indian agent approaches you. He's carrying a Bible translated into the local language. Fuck. Teach. You show the agent some of your medicine. He nods his head as you explain what they mean. He seems apologetic as he confiscates them. Ugh, dickhead. You find a train heading west. You get on the train. While trying to catch a few winks of sleep on the roof of the train, the steam whistle jolts you awake. You don't get any sleep and keep an eye on where you're headed instead. I feel like, I mean, I don't know what the top of those trains look like, but it seems pretty dangerous to sleep up there. Leading up to the poor conditions in North Dakota and eastern Montana on reservations, Congress passes the General Allotment Act of 1887. With no representation, of course. The act divides tribally owned reservations into parcels of land under individual ownership, and then results in ownership transferring from natives to settlers. Fort Peck is under an increasing pressure to allot its land, but has not yet opened up to homesteaders. Okay. You are near the border to Canada, which you hear has been used as a strategy to escape United States forces. When a woman who is Turtle Mountain Chippewa waves you over. Busu. I'm interested in that. It seems Busu is a pretty like common language. Makwa Nindu Dudum. Nindu Dudum. I am Bear Clan. What is your Dodum? Dodum. Nindo Dodum. Nindu Dodum? Yeah. Nindu Dodum. Fuck, what am I? Sturgeon. Why would you let me choose wrong? Name Indudum. Name Indudum. I've just received a letter from the senator. Well, it was meant for my brother who passed on, but the senator is looking for representatives to sign a new treaty. What an opportunity. Oh, Bella. You sweet summer child. Negotiation by Travis McKay Roberts. The Turtle Mountain Chippewa are in the midst of a substantial negotiation with the federal government, again seeking to reduce the size of their land. A committee is being formed by a nearby Indian agent to try and form a new reservation with more permanent terms, but few find the possible concessions palatable. I'm going to ask about the opportunity. Tell me what makes this an opportunity. Oh, I will be assured land if I join the negotiation committee. These are very exciting days. I'm gonna discourage. The kind of person who would take an opportunity like that is why I am without land. I will be on my way. Yeah. Burn. Not like you, but yeah, that's a burn. You continue on your way. Alright. South, then. You see a gathering of native people approach. They are talking amongst themselves about allotment. I hear you're going to break us up. I hear they are going to break us up? I think I misread that. The agent told me another tribe might get our land. That was their plan all along. I don't have enough food to help. They begin to strategize about how to stay together. Having no way to contribute, you decide to continue on. You spot a leather pouch near the water. It seems like someone dropped it on their journey. You look inside and find many plants used for medicine. This may come in handy later, but your good fortune may be the demise of someone else in need. Well, I mean, it might be, but it might just go to waste. An Indian agent riding a horse quickly catches up with you. Ugh. Cooperate. He instructs you to report to the fort and then rides off. I wasn't going to run or anything. The land all around you looks to be recently left in a hurry. Few people remain and the rest have been forced to travel regardless of what allotments reach their land. Irishade Idu. Dusha Hirari. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hirari. Hirari. I don't know. I don't know. Have you come looking for someone? Many leave this land these days. We move along the river to Elbow Bend, although I think my grandfather followed on and goes to Fort Peck. I'm going to ask about the grandfather. And then I want to trade for some food. I would like to hear about your grandfather. I would like to hear why your grandfather travels to Fort Peck. Grandfather felt the pull to move further along the river. He said we may find better game and trading for us at Fort Peck. Perhaps you'll have similar luck. I'm going to read Burnings before I click because I don't want to lose it. Okay, Burnings written by E.M. Knowles. In 1884, the Indian agent broke land 20 miles upstream from Like a Fishhook village and had the earth lodges and cabins burned to persuade the Mandan Hidatsa and Irikara to relocate and take up farming, which echoes through the years into tensions in 1890 when Fort Berthold unintentionally burns down and families are forced upstream to Elbow Woods. Wow. You thank her and continue on your way. Small bear. You move too heavy and scare away the rabbits. Lighter steps when walking the high grass. Let's read about Fort Berthold. The Mandan, Sinish, and Hidatsa. I don't know. Lived in close proximity due to the 1870 creation of the reservation of Berthold by way of the 1851 Fort Laramie Treaty. In 1890, the government agency of Fort Berthold burned to the ground. The mood is tense and families have been pressured to relocate upstream to Elbow Woods. I think I just read about that. Ask about hunting. Oh, have I gotten in the way of your hunting? My apologies for sounding harsh. The government pushes us west with force, and with it the hunt. Allotment hurts us all. I could use help with hunting. Yeah, okay. I could use some food, so let's do this. Ugh, being greedy. Am I not gonna get anything but rabbit? I should have shot more. I was waiting for a deer. But it was grassland, so maybe that was pretty stupid. Okay. An Indian agent and his lackeys circle around you, looking threatening. Oof. What do I want to do versus what do I think is the smart? Coerce. Oof. You give your best shot at trying to talk your way out, but they rough you up anyway. God damn it. Dickheads. I guess it probably would have been worse if I resisted. And I don't know if I could have outran them. A woman appears to be very concerned and is looking around frantically when you approach. Agudara. What do you want? I mean no harm, what troubles you, so... Apologies, my words were harsh. I look for my... Macahinge. And I will not trust a face not known to me. I've come to look for him here. Boarding school. E.M. Knowles again. In 1889, Wolf Chief Hidatsa and son of the star Sanish Chief requested the Commissioner of Indian Affairs in Washington, D.C. to grant Fort Berthold a school in the hopes of keeping families close by. A boarding school and a day school were authorized, but by 1890 this leads to the separation of many families due to the way boarding schools are managed. Rations, dry goods and food were withheld by the Indian agent from families who do not send their children to school. Fuck me. Ask about loss. What do you think happened? I heard strange men laughing, but I haven't seen my son since. Help. Do you know where he could be? I think he has been taken to Fort Peck. I must stay close in case he is found, but I would be grateful if you look for him. Alright. I'm feeling solemn. A native woman is interested in trading with you. She explains that her husband and sons have passed on and getting a proper meal is hard these days. She offers you bear root, which is good for curing sore throats, colds, and even the flu. I don't have any meat. She recognizes... Yeah, you recognize she has a need, but you are unable to trade. I'm so sorry. You were close to the river and walking as quietly as possible when someone calls out to you. Chatichiana. I don't know. Tiana? 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 I feel like I'm just butchering it. I see you there. Come to find the little ones as well. Have you? Look no further. See here at the river's edge. There are many small footprints all in a row and deep set, as if waiting while facing the water. More than one child was taken, it seems. Fuck. Having served as an Indian agency from 1873 until 1870, Fort Peck was erected as a trading post for Durfee and Peck in 1867. Children were removed, families displaced, and assumptions made by colonizers about how the people there should live, which in turn led to many losses. The Indian agent decided children should be taken to the boarding school to forget our language and ways. Continue on your way. Fuck. This may be a fine place to fish, except for the old man in the way who is holding his ground. If you've come to fish, I've fished them all up. If you've come to gripe about the fish, I wasn't fishing at all. Talk. Anin. I haven't come to fish. So you say. Have you met my granddaughter? She says the same every time she comes around worrying about me, the nervous girl. Well, I am fine, and the fish have been good to come to me. Ask about conditions. Does she have a reason to worry about you? I'm doing fine, of course. I keep I kept my TP instead of taking a cabin. They can't make me live in those sickness shacks. Yikes. Fort Peck. By 1889, there were 480 log cabins on the Fort Peck Reservation. As Indian agent C.R.A. Scobie wrote, the Indians are making some progress towards a civilized state, most noticeable in their abandoning their teepees for houses. Although assimilation presumed that cabins were more civilized dwellings, these small and poorly ventilated spaces were partly responsible for high incidences of influenza and respiratory diseases. Okay, I see. If you have no food to lose, you start losing well-being. You come across a snare that has caught a muskrat by the tail. It struggles to break free. I gotta take, right? I have no meat. You finish off the muskrat and then take the meat for yourself. Nearby, a man coughs and covers up his strain when you get close. He recognizes that you are not from his nation. Hua Tanyan Yahi. Why have you come here? I'm displaced from Anishinaabe territory. The allotments push me west. Many are being pushed west. Here we have so little. Ask about cough. It is too hard to hide my circumstances. I am unwell. It is best to keep your distance. I'm going to give a gift. You offer medicines to help him with his cough. Your kindness will be remembered, although I do lose. Oh, I almost slapped that. Okay, illness. The most severe losses in the Assiniboine, and the Yankton and Yanktonai Sioux occurred from 1885 to 1890 due to displacement during colonization and illnesses, including influenza, tuberculosis, the White Plague, and measles. Yankton and Yanktonai? Your kindness will be remembered. And I continue on my way. I think I'm about to lose. I'm gonna go south. A sickly old man is gathering berries. You're hungry and could probably outrun him if you had to. I'm gonna help him. God, why would I? You carefully approach and kneel next to the old man. You offer to help him gather berries. After you finish, he shares his berries with you. Wait, why am I going back east? You were getting ready to rest for the night. You were getting ready to rest for the night as the stars shine brightly above. Look up. You fall asleep looking at Ojig, the fisher. Ojig, who played a trick to free all of the birds. Fisher, written by William Wilson, Carl Gawboy, and Annette S. Lee. During a battle between the animals and ogres, Spring and all the many birds became captive to the ogres. Of all the animals, it was only the Ojig, Fisher, the Big Dipper constellation, that was able to trick the ogres and free the birds. He saved everyone with his courage and wit. Soon spring followed, and all of the animals honored his act. He is remembered in the sky, always on the move. Alright. Good. Got some well-being. You hear the splash of a large fish? Yes, I need some food. Gotcha. I'll take it. I'll take it. God damn it. An Indian agent approaches you and immediately accuses you of carrying alcohol. He states that your treaty rights can be revoked if you drink. Fuck. Cooperate. You explain that you have no alcohol, but the Indian agent aggressively searches you until he is convinced. Continue. You approach the water's edge. The water is rushing quickly. Oh, yeah. Alright. Tap left arrow to move left. Tap right arrow to move right. It's really nice water sound. ASMR-y, even. Oh shit. Ugh. I made it. I lost a lot of well-being though. Crow territory has been defined in the Fort Laramie Treaty of 1851, but by 1868 the Crow were forced to sell nearly 30 million acres, thereby shrinking their territory significantly. Forced to sell. That doesn't sound like selling. During the Great Sioux War of 1876, the Crow fought alongside the United States government in hopes of keeping their territory out of Sioux hands. Osties Sakowin. Despite this, the federal government continued to seize Crow's land, allotting them to individual ownership. And during the spring of 1890, the handful of settlers have begun pressuring the Crow to allow sheep grazing on the reservation in exchange for cattle and flour. Tribal representatives, including Chief Pliny Coup, are against sheep grazing because it causes crop damage. Non-native sheep ranchers also did not reimburse the tribe for damage, nor did they hire natives to help in herding. In November, a United States government agent denied grazing leases to the sheep ranchers in favor of Crow leadership. All right. So I'm in... Hey, I'm a fucking Standing Rock. Wow. Let's maybe get to Standing Rock, and that will be where we end the stream for today. You there, stop. What business do you have here? Let's read about Indian police by Carl Peterson. Tired and defeated, many tribes took jobs with the U.S. government to survive. The Office of Indian Affairs gave native jobs people... Oh, wow, let me try that again. The Office of Indian Affairs gave native people jobs with busy work. One of the most prestigious yet alienating jobs was as a police officer in Agent McLuhan's Indian Police. Francis Brown, you, stop there. What business do you have? Pardon me. I'm gonna gripe. I don't know what griping does. Who are you to ask? I'm a policeman in the Office of Indian Affairs. Your command of English will interest the Indian agent. Okay. I'm gonna resist. You refuse to answer, so he raises his gun. This looks dire. Fuck. I'm gonna run. You strike at the officer with some success. You run away, but unfortunately a bullet grazes your shoulder. Fuck. Luckily, you escape and end up recovering near a large tree. While recovering from your experience, you're approached. Shit. Oh, I died. I died. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna grab at him again. I'm gonna cooperate this time. Despite your willingness to answer questions, come with me, we'll sort this out in the office. Fuck. You yell so loudly that the officer is surprised, but the real surprise comes when an arrow flies by. Following the path of the arrow reveals an archer ghost dancer. The ghost dancers beckon you to escape with them. Wow, that's fucking cool. After you get away, the ghost dancers invite you to Cherry Creek. Let's get the fuck out of here. You unexpectedly come across Tatanka Ayotake, joined by Kangisi, who translates for him. You have heard many stories about his adventures off-reservation as a performer in Buffalo Bill Cody's Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. It's reading about Sitting Bull by Carl Peterson. Even though Tatanka Ayotoke, oh my god, was known to perform in Buffalo Bill Cody's Buffalo Bill's Wild West show and encouraged being agreeable during assimilation in the hopes of protecting future generations, he is later unfortunately killed by Indian police at the Standing Rock Reservation in South Dakota on December 15th, 1890. Jesus. Hello, welcome to my community. Hi, Iu Tanyan Wishatimata. Why, Palo? I feel embarrassed by my inability. Takaway Yahipi Yao. Wow. Why have you come here? I've been run off my land. Nachis Yachin Hentash Ihab Ekhun Yo. If you're looking to resist, go somewhere else. Ask for guidance. Where should I go then? Chanpa Hakpa. Yeah. Go to Cherry Creek. They are ghost dancing over there. You continue on your way, heeding his words. Okay, so I'm headed to Cherry Creek. Okay, so I think it's a pretty good place to stop. Mainly because there's been so much reading, and I'm out of water, and my throat is dry as hell. This has been really fascinating, and I really feel like I just feel incredibly ignorant reading it, and you know, being exposed to this clear, you know, wealth of information that I have really not been, I've not ever accessed before. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely need to do more reading into indigenous histories. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Remember to vote tomorrow if you're seeing this live. I hope you voted if you're seeing it recorded. And yeah, see you all next time.